The tallest living things on Earth tower 380 feet into the sky, taller than the Statue of Liberty. Welcome to Redwood National and State Parks, where ancient coastal giants create cathedral-like forests that existed before the pyramids were built. And here's what most people don't know. You can experience these magnificent trees at every budget level, from completely free to helicopter tours over pristine old-growth groves. I'm showing you 4 complete ways to explore the world's tallest trees, starting at $0. And the luxury option? Wait until you see what's possible among these ancient giants. Redwood National and State Parks protect nearly half of California's remaining old-growth redwood forest along 40-plus miles of stunning Pacific coastline. These trees, coast redwoods, are the tallest species on Earth. Some living today were saplings when the Roman Empire fell. They create ecosystems so unique that fog itself becomes a water source, dripping from needles 300 feet above the forest floor. But here's where it gets interesting. You can walk among these giants without spending beyond basic entrance fees. Or you can invest in experiences that reveal secrets of this forest most visitors never discover. Today I'm breaking down 4 distinct ways to experience Redwood National Park, from free to absolutely luxurious. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button if you want to follow my journey through all 50 states, from completely free to absolute luxury. Adventure number 1, completely free. And here's what 90% of tourists completely miss. Lady Bird Johnson Grove offers the most accessible old-growth experience, and it's absolutely free. This easy 1.5-mile loop takes about an hour and delivers what you came for: massive ancient redwoods in pristine condition. Here's the insider tip. This trail was dedicated by Lady Bird Johnson herself in 1969, but most tourists skip it because it's 6 miles up Bald Hills Road from Highway 101. They're lost. You'll have old-growth giants with minimal crowds. The trail is well-maintained, mostly flat, and wheelchair accessible. You're walking through trees over 2,000 years old, some exceeding 300 feet tall. The forest canopy filters sunlight into green-gold beams. Roosevelt elk often graze in nearby meadows, and it costs absolutely nothing beyond your time and gas. But wait, there's more free magic here that blows people's minds. Tall Trees Grove requires a free permit, but it's worth the paperwork. This grove contains some of the park's tallest trees, including specimens over 370 feet tall. You'll hike a steep 4-mile round trip descending into Redwood Creek Valley, where the biggest trees grow in the richest soil. Here's the crazy part. You need to stop at the visitor center for a permit because they limit daily visitors to 50 people. This means you experience some of Earth's tallest living things in near solitude. Most tourists never bother with the permit. You're smarter than that. Fern Canyon might be the most magical free spot in California. This narrow canyon features 50-foot walls completely covered in 5-finger ferns, creating a prehistoric landscape. Steven Spielberg filmed Jurassic Park 2 here because it genuinely looks like dinosaurs could appear around any corner. The easy 1-mile loop requires crossing Home Creek on rocks or logs. Add to the adventure. You know what's wild? This place is free, requires no permits, and delivers one of California's most unique landscapes. Just drive to Gold Bluffs Beach and follow signs to Fern Canyon. Bring waterproof boots if you have them, but many visitors just embrace wet feet and have fun with it. The coastal drive between Crescent City and Klamath offers 8 miles of jaw-dropping scenery. Redwood groves meeting Pacific Ocean. Stop at overlooks for free whale watching during migration seasons. Pull over at World War II radar station ruins. Watch for Roosevelt elk in meadows. The drive itself costs nothing and rivals Highway 1 for pure coastal beauty. Newton B. Drury Scenic Parkway provides 10 miles of old-growth redwood forest without even leaving your car. This alternative to Highway 101 winds through Prairie Creek Redwoods State Park among trees over 300 feet tall. Multiple pullouts let you stop, walk among giants, and photograph cathedral-like forest scenes. Completely free, absolutely magnificent. The visitor centers at Crescent City, Prairie Creek, and Klamath feature free exhibits explaining redwood ecology, Native American history, and conservation efforts. Rangers offer free programs daily, tide pool walks, evening campfire talks, and guided forest walks. Check schedules when you arrive, and you'll learn secrets of the forest that transform how you see these trees. The free tier in Redwood proves that nature's tallest creations welcome everyone equally. These ancient giants don't check your bank account before sharing their magic. And if you think that's good, watch what happens when you add just $50 to your budget. Adventure number 2, budget friendly. For $50 to $150 per day, you unlock overnight forest experiences and comfortable exploration. Elk Prairie Campground in Prairie Creek, Redwoods State Park offers 75 campsites for $35 per night. You're camping literally among old-growth redwoods, with Roosevelt elk wandering through the campground. Each site includes table, fire ring, and food lockers, because this is bear country. Flush toilets and hot showers make this comfortable camping. Here's what locals actually do. Arrive early afternoon, set up camp, then spend golden hour on the beach at Gold Bluffs, just 3 miles west. You get redwood forest camping and Pacific Ocean sunsets for one campground fee. Jedediah Smith Campground sits on the Smith River surrounded by old-growth groves. 86 sites for $35 per night. This is considered one of California's most beautiful campgrounds, and for good reason. The river is crystal clear emerald green, perfect for swimming on warm days. The Stout Grove, some of the park's most impressive old growth, is a 5-minute walk from your campsite. Mill Creek Campground in Del Norte Coast. Redwood State Park offers similar pricing with 145 sites. You're camping in second-growth redwoods closer to the coast, which means more fog, cooler temperatures, and that authentic redwood forest atmosphere. This campground is less crowded than Elk Prairie and feels more secluded. Here's the insider tip. Most guidebooks won't tell you. If campgrounds are full, dispersed camping is allowed in Six Rivers National Forest, just inland from the parks. It's free, but you'll need to be more self-sufficient. Many budget travelers use this as backup when park campgrounds fill up. Budget motels in Crescent City and Klamath offer rooms for $70 to $100 per night. You're outside the parks, but within 20 minutes of major trailheads. These provide comfortable beds, hot showers, and climate control after long hiking days. Good value for those who want amenities without camping. Kayak rentals on Smith River or lagoons near Klamath cost $40 to $60 for half-day. You're paddling through landscapes most visitors only see from shore. Narrow channels through redwood forests, calm lagoons with abundant bird life, river sections surrounded by ancient trees. Some outfitters offer shuttle services so you can paddle downstream without backtracking. And get this, guided tide pooling tours at low tide cost just $25 per person. Rangers lead 2-hour explorations of rocky intertidal zones, revealing sea stars, anemones, crabs, and other marine life. These tours time perfectly with extreme low tides when the most diverse sea life is accessible. You learn ecology while exploring one of California's richest ecosystems. Pack your own food from grocery stores in Crescent City or Arcata. Budget $40 to $60 per day for 2 people eating groceries. The park has numerous picnic areas among redwoods. You're dining in cathedral forests while staying well within budget. The budget tier balances affordability with immersive overnight forest experiences. You're sleeping under ancient trees, waking to elk bugling, and experiencing these parks as John Steinbeck did when he camped here writing Travels with Charlie. You thought that was good value? Wait until you see what the mid-range experience unlocks. Adventure number 3, mid-range comfort. For $200 to $500 per person, you get comfortable lodging, expert guides, and enhanced forest access. Historic Requa Inn overlooks the Klamath River mouth where it meets the Pacific Ocean. Rooms start at $180 per night in this 1914 inn, surrounded by redwoods. You're staying in genuine national park history. This inn hosted visitors when Redwood National Park was first established. The included breakfast features, local ingredients, and your steps from river trails. What most people don't realize about staying at Requa Inn, you can watch whales breach from your room during migration seasons. Gray whales pass incredibly close to shore here. The inn provides binoculars in every room because whale sightings are that common. Trinidad area offers mid-range vacation rentals and small inns for $150 to $250 per night. You're in a charming coastal village 30 minutes south of the parks with excellent restaurants, beautiful Trinidad Bay, and easy access to redwood groves. This location works perfectly for exploring both redwood parks and nearby Humboldt Redwood State Park. Guided redwood forest ecology tours cost $150 to $250 for half-day experiences. Professional naturalists lead small groups through old-growth groves explaining redwood ecology, fire's role in forest health, and how these trees survive 2,000-plus years. You learn to identify tree features, understand forest layering, and recognize rare plants that only grow in old-growth conditions. Remember that free Ladybird Johnson Grove I showed you? Now imagine hiking it with a botanist who points out every plant, explains every ecological relationship, and answers every question. That's what mid-range guided hikes deliver. Photography workshops specifically designed for redwood forests run $200 to $350 for half-day sessions. Professional landscape photographers guide you to the best locations at optimal light, teach composition techniques for vertical subjects like 300-foot trees, and help you work with the challenging light of dense forest canopy. You'll learn why fog actually improves forest photography and how to use long exposures to capture cathedral-like atmosphere. Private wildlife tours focusing on Roosevelt elk cost $180 to $250 for 3-hour experiences. Guides position you for optimal elk viewing and photography during morning and evening when elk are most active. You learn elk ecology, behavior patterns, and how to approach wildlife safely and respectfully. These tours access areas where elk concentrate and know seasonal patterns most tourists never discover. Helicopter tours over old-growth groves and coastline cost $350 to $500 for 30 to 45 minutes. You see the redwood forest's true scope, how old-growth corridors connect, how ridges and valleys determine tree distribution, and how logging has fragmented what was once continuous forest. The aerial perspective reveals landscapes impossible to grasp from ground level. The Trinidad Bay Eatery and other mid-range restaurants serve fresh local seafood for $25 to $40 per entree. After days exploring redwoods, dining on Dungeness crab or fresh rockfish with local wines feels earned. These meals use ingredients from surrounding forests and ocean, connecting you deeper to the landscape. The mid-range tier balances comfort with authentic forest immersion, providing beds you actually want to sleep in, guides who transform your understanding, and meals that celebrate the region's incredible natural bounty. And if you think that's impressive, the luxury tier is absolutely insane. Adventure number 4, absolute luxury. For $1,000 to $5,000 per person, you experience Redwood National Park like park rangers and redwood researchers do, with exclusive access and white glove service. Private luxury estates near Trinidad and Oric rent for $400 to $800 per night. These aren't just vacation rentals. They're architectural masterpieces with floor-to-ceiling windows framing old-growth groves, outdoor hot tubs under redwood canopy, gourmet kitchens, and privacy you can't buy at any hotel. Some estates feature private redwood groves on the property. You're living in the forest like modern royalty. And here's something most people don't even know exists. Some luxury estates include private chef service. Your personal chef prepares multi-course dinners using local ingredients. Dungeness crab, wild mushrooms foraged from redwood forests, local wines from Humboldt County. You're dining at the level of Michelin restaurants, but in your private estate surrounded by ancient trees. Private helicopter tours with forest landings cost $1,500 to $2,500. You're flying over old-growth corridors, landing in remote groves accessible only by helicopter, and standing among trees no ground-based tourist ever reaches. Some tours land on coastal bluffs with champagne service overlooking Pacific breakers, crashing against Redwood National Park's wild coastline. Plot twist. One luxury helicopter company offers sunset landings in meadows where Roosevelt elk gather. You land, step out with binoculars and cameras, and photograph elk in golden hour light from an exclusive vantage point. Then fly back over redwood groves silhouetted against sunset skies. That's a $5,000 experience, creating memories most visitors never imagined possible. Private multi-day guided wilderness experiences cost $1,000 to $2,000 per day. These aren't just hikes. They're customized adventures combining ecology education, wildlife tracking, wilderness camping in exclusive locations, and photography instruction. Your guide handles permits, equipment, logistics, and safety, while you focus entirely on experiencing the world's tallest forest at the deepest level possible. Remember that free tall trees grove I showed you earlier? Imagine hiking it with a PhD ecologist who has studied these forests for 30 years, camping overnight near the tallest trees, and waking to photograph sunrise in a grove few people ever see. That's what luxury multi-day experiences deliver. Luxury spa services at high-end Trinidad area, resorts incorporate local redwood and ocean elements. Forest-inspired treatments use locally sourced ingredients. Massage therapy helps recover from hiking, and you're pampering yourself after days among giants. These range from $200 to $500 and provide balance between adventure and relaxation. Multi-day luxury packages combining everything: premium estate lodging, private guides, helicopter access, gourmet dining, spa treatments. Run $4,000 to $8,000 per person for 3 to 4 days. These create comprehensive, immersive experiences where every detail is managed, every moment optimized, and every experience exclusive. The luxury tier isn't just about spending money, it's about accessing locations regular visitors can't reach, receiving knowledge that transforms how you see forests, and creating memories through opportunities most people never imagined exist in national parks. So there you have it. 4 completely different ways to experience Redwood National and State Parks, California. Same ancient trees. 4 distinct adventures at 4 budget levels. If you choose the free day trip option, you're spending $0 walking among Earth's tallest living things. Choose budget camping for $35 per night, sleeping under old-growth canopy with elk as neighbors. The mid-range lodge experience delivers comfort and expert guidance for around $400 per day. And the luxury multi-day package creates comprehensive forest immersion for $4,000 to $8,000. The remarkable thing about these redwood parks is that the trees themselves, the main attraction, tower equally over everyone. A 300-foot coast redwood is just as magnificent whether you're tent camping or staying in a luxury estate. The ancient giants don't discriminate based on your budget. Which redwood experience matches your budget and style? Drop a comment below telling me which option you'd choose. Have you visited these ancient forests? What surprised you most about the redwoods? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button because I'm taking you through all 50 states, from completely free to absolute luxury. You're going to want to follow this journey. Next up, we're heading to California's premier ski resorts, where powder snow meets luxury mountain living. And I'm showing you how to experience it from $50 to $5,000. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. See you in the next adventure.